everybody, welcome back to Sweet and Crafty. Mama Z's here, and we are back with another art episode. As you see, we have our characters from Disney PIXAR Inside Out and Inside Out 2. And in the previous episodes, I did a very simple to follow drawing and coloring of the new characters. So far I have anxiety, envy, embarrassment, and ennui. But y'all requested for me to draw the original characters like sadness, anger, disgust, fear, and joy. So what I'm gonna do, I am gonna pick randomly. Like, I'm gonna close my eyes, I'm gonna shuffle all these characters and pick one. All right, closing my eyes, and I'm gonna pick one. Okay, I got anger. Yeehaw! I mean, eventually I'm gonna draw all of them, but we are starting today with anger. Since it's an easy drawing art tutorial, all I'm gonna use is just this black marker to do the sketch. So this is one of the pictures I found. I love this one. Looks a lot like this one, but I do want to add his flames as well. And also check out how cool this picture is. It says the Disney California Adventure welcomes anger from inside out too. This is pretty cool, huh? That's somebody's in the costume. All right, so if I'm gonna add the flames, I'm gonna start drawing his head somewhere in this area. This way we have plenty of space for the flames. We are gonna draw his big head first. Okay, next I'm going to draw his shirt, collar, his shoulders, his tie. Let's move on to drawing his pants. His cute little shoes, the buckles on his pants. Next, we're going to draw his fists. Gotta make sure he looks very angry. Also, I'm going to add zigzag details to his tie. Next, we're going to move on to his face and add his grumpy smile. I'll start with eyes first though, to make sure I have plenty of space for his mouth and teeth. Next, we're gonna go ahead and add his teeth. Okay, looking good. One thing I want to add is the flame. Like that. And then second layer, because this way it will be easier to color. Okay, I think we're good. Alright, next what we're gonna do, we are going to use my professional Ohuhu markers and color. And as I mentioned in my art videos, I have these swatch cards that are extremely helpful because sometimes the way they make markers, the color of the packaging not quite matching the actual color of the marker, like this example, right? It looks lighter, it looks darker here. That's why it's good to have swatch cards. I'm going to start with coloring his fans. I'll use the lighter shade of brown first, and then we're going to add the shadows with the darker one. And keep in mind with these markers, they do look darker in the beginning, but then once they dry, the color looks lighter. Okay, now let's go ahead and add the darker tones. Next, let's add his shoes, and they're actually not black. I thought they were black, but I don't know if I have that color. Maybe this one? Okay, let's try this one first, and then maybe we're gonna add black. Okay, as we know, his dress shirt is white. We cannot just leave it white because white has lots of tones into it. So I'm gonna use some of these light shades of gray to add some shadows. And I also have this marker that is completely clear, but it's also blendable. So I'm gonna go over all the colors, blend them together. It looks totally messy right now, but I think once everything dries, it's going to look much better. Next, let's go ahead and color his tie. If we have a closer look, actually you see some yellow and you see some white details on his tie. Just wait, I am going to add them. I'm going to be using acrylic markers, but I need the surface to be fully dried before that. While I have this color out, I'm also going to color inside of his eyeballs to add some shadow. Same thing with his teeth. And let's move on to his eyes. I slightly forgot to color this section of his tie. And let's go ahead and color Anger's skin, and then we are going to finish with his flame. And final touch, we need to add his flame. So we are going to use yellow and orange. Just looking for perfect yellow shade. Before I say we are done, we still need to add a few little details. Okay, so I will need to use my white acrylic marker as well as yellow. Yeah, so I actually messed up a little bit here, a little bit in this section, so I'm gonna add his shirt right there, and I'm gonna add yellow in the center of this gray zigzag and white around it. Okay, and now we are done, and check this out. I think Anger looks absolutely perfect. Today I am going to draw, let's see. I kind of like a Disgust. Not like I like disgusting things, but I just like her personality. I think she is pretty cool. She definitely has lots of details to pay attention to while drawing, but let's see what we can come up with. There are lots and lots of pictures of Disgust that we can get inspired by. There's her again. This one. I think I'm gonna go with this one. Look at her and Envy. Yeah, let's go with this one. And you sit back, relax, and enjoy this art video. Okay, let's get started. Here's my black ink marker. We are going to do the sketch first. All right, let's go ahead and we are going to start with her head and her hair. Let's add her hot pink fuchsia color bandana. Next, we are going to add her facial features, her brows, her eyes. Long lashes, her nose and mouth. And we are going to draw her body next. Moving on to her dress, and we are going to add the, I'm not sure, are those flowers or flower looking designs later. Tiny little feet and cute fuchsia color shoes that match her bandana. Okay, there she is, looking like she has major attitude going. Okay, let's go ahead and start coloring her. And as I mentioned in my art videos, is that I have these color swatch cards that are extremely important for me, because not always marker packaging match the actual color of the marker, so it's good to test them out on these swatch cards. This way we can match the exact or the closest color to the character. Okay, let's go ahead and color her skin first. Next, I'm taking the same kind of palette green, however this shade is a little bit darker, and I'm going to add some shadows. Next, I'm going to color her eyes. With a darker shade of green, I'm going to color her lash line and brows. Actually, her brows are the same color as her eyes. Let's do some blending here and there. Next, I'm gonna take a black marker, color inside of her eye. Next, I'm going to use this color to color her hair. I am going to use all one color shade of green for now as a base, and then we are going to add darker shades as the lowlights. Next, adding lowlights, as I mentioned earlier. And I just noticed something. Looks like Disgust that I'm drawing having some serious opinion. She's almost like judging this one. She's probably thinking, what's wrong with your hair? Why is it so messy? I apologize, y'all, for some missing footage and not the best video quality. Our camera is not doing too well at all, and we're currently waiting on the new camera to arrive. Next, let's color her leggings. Wow, this marker feels so fresh. I don't think I have ever used that tone. I think I found the most perfect fuchsia violet color for her bandana. Same color for her shoes. And keep in mind that it looks very dark right now, but once the marker is dry, it's gonna look much better and lighter. Next, we'll color her lips with pale pink shade. And I also need to find pink color for her rosy cheeks. Let's go with this one. I know it looks kind of funny right now, but you know what? I'm gonna take my blendable clear marker and see if I can smooth out the edges. Plus, again, once it dries, it's not gonna be that dark. And I'm gonna take the light shade of green and add some shadows into her eyes. Alright, looking good. Next, let's go ahead and play with my acrylic markers that I'm gonna use for her lashes. And the same markers I'm gonna use for designs on her dress. But I really have to shake them, so I'm gonna do this off camera because it actually takes a while. Next, I have this super light shade of green and blue to draw the flowers. And don't forget to add the same flowers to the top of her dress. And I think Disgust from Inside Out 2 is finished. She is looking good. She's definitely having that disgusting attitude. And she is all ready to join our Inside Out 2 inspired art collection. And today it's Fia's turn. So sit back, relax, and enjoy this art video. And as the title says, it's an easy drawing tutorial. So all I'm gonna use is this black marker to do the sketch and my professional art markers to color everything in. Fia actually has lots of details, so even though it doesn't look like there is much to draw and color, trust me, there is a lot. And as always, let's go ahead and start with his head, or shall I say his giant eyeballs. Next, let's add his brows. And I'm not even sure what this thing is. His swirly little piece of hair. Next, we're going to add his nose and his face. Before we move on to his outfit, let's add his teeth. I hope we have enough space for his body. I think I made his head a little too big, but let's see what we can do about it. He has a very unique design pattern on his vest, but I'm just gonna do checkered. I think it's gonna look pretty close. Okay, so proportions wise, I did not do it right. I made his head way too big, but we'll just roll with it. I have my swatch cards, as I mentioned in all of my art videos. These are extremely important because you look at these cards to make sure you get the right color match to color the character perfectly. So let's go ahead and find his skin color. I'm looking in my lavender palette, and I think this tone is the closest. It's something between purple and pink. Next, I'm grabbing a darker shade of purple, this particular one, to color his brows, his little string thing, and his eyes. Grabbing my black marker again to color inside of his eyes, and I just realized the white light reflection got completely covered in purple, so I'll have to fix that later. And since I'm still working with his eyeballs, I'm gonna take this light shade of gray and just add some shadows inside. Same with his teeth, just little shadows, even though they are pearly whites. Next, I'm gonna skip this section and I'm gonna color his pants next. Let's go ahead and add some undertones for the shadows. They are so dark that they're almost calling for a black color. And just take purple and blend it. Next, I'm looking for pale blue to color his dress shirt, and I think this one is the closest color I can find. And we are going to add white stripes later. Keep in mind, it's definitely looking darker now, the shirt itself, but once the marker dries, it will get lighter. Next, his burgundy bow. For the darker shade, I am adding some definition. And next, we are going to color his checkered vest. Next, color his boots. It almost looks like they are black, but I think they are distressed brown. However, I will add some black also. Alright, it's time to start using my acrylic markers. And we will need silver for the buttons, and we will also need white, and what else? And I think that's it for now. So the thing with these acrylic markers is that you really have to shake them for a while. So I like to do it off camera because it literally does take a while. Okay, let's add some stripes. And a light reflection with the same white color into his eye. We may need to do a few colors because acrylic marker is not supposed to be really used on the paper, as the paper sucks in all of the paint. So, but I think it looks better than it was before. And silver marker is ready also for his buttons. Ooh, looking so silvery, nice. Okay, now I'm just gonna add a few shadows here and there for definition, and we are almost finished. And here we go. Fear from Inside Out and Inside Out 2 is finished. Today, let's go ahead and sketch first. Sadness. And just like title states, it's an easy art tutorial, so I'll be using this black marker to do the sketch and my art markers to color everything in. I have been using my acrylic markers as well, so let's see if we use them today or not. So I found this picture of Sadness. She literally has tears in her eyes. I don't know if I'm gonna add tears. Maybe I will, but I think this is the one that I will be getting inspired from. And we're going to start with the top of her head. Okay, next we are going to add her eyes. Next, her sad brows and little wrinkles. She also has a little bit of eye bags, I assume from all the crying, and her cute little button nose. So regarding her glasses, I'm not going to be drawing them right now because I'm going to be using my gel pens to add the glasses in the very end. Okay, let's go ahead and draw her sweater. Next, I'm gonna draw her arm, and looks like she's holding a little flag that says "Yay!" Okay, so here's the sketch. Now let's go ahead and color everything in. I'm going to start with her sweater. And let's find the most perfect match. It's technically, it shows like it's blue, but then in this picture, it's kind of whitish gray. You know what? I think I'm gonna use this one because it's super light blue and somewhat gray. But then in this picture, the actual cosplay at Disney, she is wearing white sweater. I'm all confused. You know what? I am just gonna make it white, okay? So I'm just adding some shadows here and there, but mostly I'm going to leave it white. Next, we're gonna color her leggings, and I think the perfect color is, I think this one is pretty good. I know I mentioned that multiple times in the previous videos. Once I color, these markers tend to look darker. Once they dry, the color gets lighter. So right now it looks super dark and not the actual color of her leggings, but once it gets dry, it will be perfect. Her little shoes are darker than her leggings, so we're gonna use this color next. Next, I'm gonna color her flag that says "Yay!" So I'm kind of jumping all over the place right now. Next, I'm gonna color her eyes. After that, her brows. Shall we find the perfect color match for her hair? I think it's a good idea. Okay, let's see. Okay, so we have her hair here, here. Now we need to find something here. How about this one? Has to be something more blue, but I think this is pretty good color. Let's test it out. Yeah, I think that's great. Next, I'm gonna write "Yay" on the flag, and we need to color the pole, which is brown. Let's get this brown. Doesn't really matter, it doesn't have to be identical, it's just a pole. Next, we need to go ahead and color her skin. This is such a beautiful blue color. And it should get lighter once it dries. I'm gonna take a different shade of blue and just add some shadows here and there. Alright, we almost finished, but something major is missing. And by major, I am talking about her accessory, her large circled eyeglasses. Okay, I'm gonna use my gel pen to color them. So it's not gel pen, it's actually acrylic pen, acrylic marker. It does take a long time to shake it, so I'm gonna do it off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, to make sure I don't mess up, I'm gonna use this lid to outline 2 perfect circles. And I messed up. Oh no! I hope I can fix that. I don't know if I can. Let's see. Hopefully. Okay, now I'm going to color it in. And here's Sadness from Disney PIXAR Inside Out 2. And I think she is looking, well, she's looking good. However, she's sad. But yeah, I mean, I try my best to showcase her personality. Let me know in the comments below which character shall I draw and color next on our Speed and Crafty YouTube channel. And also click the like button if you like this drawing and you liked watching Disney PIXAR Inside Out 2 movie. Don't forget to subscribe to Speed and Crafty for more art videos. Thank you for watching and I'll see you soon. Bye!